Hello and welcome to another guided meditation from the Hamblin Vision. My name is Mike Jenkins, and today I thought we would do a guided meditation just to stop and take a bit of time to explore contemplation of presence, really, but the presence of God, or the presence of consciousness, life energy, universal source, whatever label is meaningful for you. You can think in those terms. You might like to think of Buddha nature, or the heart of compassion, or Christ consciousness. But this contemplation is most powerful when we are contemplating and reflecting upon an image of compassion, unconditional love, presence, and reassurance, really. So take a moment to just set aside anything that might distract you and just find a comfortable place to sit or to lie or to stand and just breathe. If you can feel your feet planted on the ground, that can be very helpful. And just give yourself permission to stop for these few moments. And simply allow life to lead the way. Starting with the breath. Just allowing the breath to enter the body and to leave the body. Noticing any sounds that are coming and going. And notice the silence in which the sounds come and go. And you could just also take a look around the room where you are and just turn your attention towards the space all around the objects, the gaps between. So we can look at a plant or a book or an ornament or a sofa or a chair. We can look at that object and also notice the space around it at the same time as we notice and pay attention to the objects. And if there's any tension in the body, you can breathe into that and let it go. And just for the purposes of this meditation, imagine that the silence, the empty space, and the stillness, imagine that those dimensions, or the fact of those, is the presence of God. That the emptiness around us, the atmosphere around us, the space in which we come and go, wherever we move, wherever we go, we are doing that in God. That God and consciousness, that our source energy, the universal field of consciousness really, isn't separate or somewhere outside of us, but that we are happening within that. And even just as a a suggestion. You don't even need to believe that as a concept, but just as a suggestion, just contemplate how comforting that could be. That actually you are not alone, even though you may be physically alone, but that you are accompanied by the presence of God. And that presence, that reality, is holding everything, like the empty space can appear to hold the objects, be close to them, inseparable from them. And notice the wide diversity of different things all around us. The colours, the shapes, all different and unique, all existing together alongside. And all of those objects, or all of the sounds, united in silence, in space, emptiness. Even our thoughts come and go in the openness of our own awareness. And we don't need to come to any conclusions about any of that, but simply to witness it, observe it, to just contemplate it, to look at it with curiosity and interest, an open heart and an open mind. With this kind of meditation, with this kind of contemplative practice, we can affirm, if we choose to, that I am not alone. We can make that affirmation. We can conclude, actually, if we like, that I am not alone. Here I am in the presence of God. Not just the presence of space or open reality, whatever words we choose. But here I am, accompanied by God, accompanied by pure being, this great mystery. And just let that sink in, even as we go about our day, taking a moment every now and then to remember that we come and go and have our being in the presence of God, in the presence of pure being, that there is something here that does not come and go, even as we come and go. The emptiness remains open, receptive, accepting, allowing all things to be.